Welcome back everyone to Breaking Point chapter number 3. In yesterday's episode we had a 1-2 for Connor Sport, spoilers if you haven't seen it by the way, where we took Aiden Jackson to the lead and then we switched over to Callie Meyer and had to do the charge to pass Aiden, which we did. We saw some interesting scenes with Davidoff where it seems he's not quite himself. So maybe we're going to find out some more in this next chapter. But yeah, without further ado, don't forget to like and comment this on this video, and let's go jump into chapter 3. Belgian Grand Prix several weeks later. With Connor Sport nipping at the heels of Red Bull in the constructors' standings, Kasper Ackermann looks to keep the team focused and on target as the F1 world heads into the final race before the summer break. Now, this is a circuit I'm terrible at, so this should be fun.
Could you take a look at this, please?
And we've got a choice here. Team member of the Aero team, Sarah Fratello, is showing exceptional progress and has been making some noises about deserved promotion. We could choose to promote her, which should say satiate him. I don't even know why I got copies of that. And it could lead to good results, but might put noses out of joint with other members of the team. What do you want to do? So we could promote, we could delay, and we could decline. We are going to go and delay because we have that option there. A charity who we've worked with closely in the past has asked if Aiden or Callie would be a patron for the latest campaign. Both have seemed keen to provide their support, but due to commitments with the other charitable causes we already represent, it would be best if we only provide one driver to be their patron. Who would we choose? I mean, if Aiden's worked with them in the past and has a good relationship, then we're going to choose Aiden. Simple, really. And we have our news here. Legacy of Davidoff Butler. I'll let you read through these. You can pause if you want, and we'll take the phone call, and I'll just scroll through in the background.
Davidoff. Kasper, we will push for the title, won't we?
I mean, we're already pushing. A good result today and we could be right behind Red Bull, or even beating them.
And can you guarantee that for me? Can you guarantee that we'll beat Red Bull?
I can guarantee that we will try. That we will do everything we can, every effort, you know this.
We can do it, Kasper. I know we can.
Davidoff, is there something I can help you with? Are you okay?
No, I have other business to attend to. Ciao.
Yeah, another weird little phone call there. Not quite sure what's going on. I'm sure we will find out as the story progresses. Of course, same with the social there. You can pause if you do want to read it. You can sort of flick through. Zoe has tried to call and got voicemail. We're heading straight home from Wallonia, right? Lily keeps talking about Zandvoort. She's excited. It's the best time to show her around. Is your Uncle Peter still coming? Probably to confirm schedules from our wife, of course. Devon, Cass need to have a word. I think the driver's been slacking off a bit after the recent successes. No, they drive had to be disciplined, you know. I'm going to recommend some changes to their schedule to keep them on the ball. Don't want those two getting distracted by the bright lights now that Connor Sport are in the spotlight. Of course, more than happy to get them talking to as well to say the word. And then from chapter 1, if you remember, we delayed the Eichenberger campaign. The Kasper, we totally understand the need to prioritise Caesar for now. We're ready when you are, hopefully as soon as we're now excited Davidoff is about it. So we have a fruitful race. So he is okay with it. Davidoff was a little bit, you know, stick up his backside, but...
Hey, we need your input on this one.
Pressure from the top, and a slightly out of character move. Davidoff has been talking with some selected members of the press ahead of the race this weekend. He's quite bullish about Connor Sport's performance here in Spa. He went into great detail about how he'd set the fastest lap and that was dominant in the late stages of the race. Looks like he might have a new motivational tactic to light a fire under the team. Disagreeing with his statement outright would appear weak, but should probably focus on one aspect in the hope that the press forget the rest. You've been asked to comment directly. How would you like to respond? So, do we want to get the fastest lap time? We'll have 7 laps to beat the target time, or a strong finish to get to first before lap 11. I'm going to go with a strong finish because it gives us a high reputation boost. Look at the little thing down at the bottom, and I want that boost. So, yeah, that is what we are going to go for here. And hopefully, get it done. An average performance in Saturday's qualifying has meant Kelly Meyer has a lot of work to do to continue her string of impressive results. For Connor Sport, a solid opening stint has set up for well, but a sudden technical issue presents another challenge mid-race at the Belgian Grand Prix.
There's an issue with the gearbox.
Okay, stand by. I'm assessing it now. Okay, Callie, you are going to have to manage that problem for now, please. Copy?
Okay.
We're looking into it.
Account until the fault is fixed. I wonder if we'd be given a different scenario had we gone for the fastest lap. But yeah, we shall see. We are currently in 6th place. And yes, we appear to have lost 7th gear, which is not ideal.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake
behind
button.
us, we are trying to chase down Perez and then Jackson in 4th place. We've got 6 laps to get to.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.1 seconds.
We have no idea how long it will be before we get 7th gear back. If we get it back at all. But that could cause some issues and be rather annoying as well, especially in places like that. As Norris is right on our 40 gearbox, we are going to try and keep him behind as much as possible. Charles Leclerc is right behind him as well. But once it comes to, you know, the DRS, we could be in trouble. Like I say, this is a circuit I am not great at anyway. Not that I'm great at most of them, but we're just going to have to use our battery as much as possible. Bend aggressively, which is something I do fantastic. I'll try and be clean. I can't promise because I'm not normally, but I'll try and keep it clean. So we're going to throw the battery on here. See if we can keep out of the DRS range of Norris. What are we showing? Yeah, I mean that's going alright, as I was too busy focusing on the LFD to be paying attention to where I was going. We do keep out of the DRS range and we're slowly closing in on Perez. But we need this issue to be fixed ASAP really, if we are to gain and complete this optional objective. I can't speak right now apparently. And if there was any comments on yesterday's video, by the way, I'm both recording these now while I've got a bit of time, so I won't have seen them. There's a good chance that I both record the majority of this, if not all of Breaking Point, over the next couple of days, depending on how long some of the chapters are and how many chapters there is. I don't actually know. But yeah, I'm going to try and both record while I've got a bit of time. And yeah, so if you are commenting, etc., I'll try and reply to your comments as soon as possible. But as regards to anything you mentioned about the video itself, I might not have a chance to adjust it. So just keep that in mind. Bit of a slide there and there as well. We like four tyres, they're okay. Check how just go around turn 1. Hopefully this is our fix.
Right, well done, Callie. Well managed. The issue should now be resolved. Can you please confirm? Please confirm.
Yeah, all good.
She found the space and Maya got the overtake done. Looks like those gearbox issues are truly behind her now, and surely she'll have her sights set on that podium.
And what a fantastic move it was. She's been super impressive out there today.
Interesting put to the phone there.
Okay, mate, you're making good ground here. Let's push.
And there we go.
Copy.
Primary objective is now to win the race now. I'll give us the picks. Of course, we lost stereo positions, but still a lot of battery usage. But now it's a case of pushing on forward and see if we can hit these objectives. We are in 5th place. 5.5 seconds behind.
Our gap to
Verstappen.
first place, 5.7 seconds.
And the option pick to reach first place the lap before the end. So that will be interesting. Aiden up ahead of us on hard tyres, we of course on mediums. But this is a very long circuit, so we can hopefully make it some good time.
Okay, gap to leader, 5.2 seconds.
As focus more on the back of Aiden there without actually applying my brakes, which doesn't help. But we will get DRS here, which we will activate and keep the battery charging as much as we can for now. Not particularly gaining on Aiden, but of course same car as we win very
The
wide
distance
there.
to the leader, 4.2 seconds.
That won't help at all. And I think I might struggle with the optional one there, so I'm really starting to struggle with getting used to the little bit of extra power this car may have without the gearbox issue. But we are now closing in on Aiden, and I believe it's Fernando up ahead of him.
Okay, so
And then
gap to the leader, 4.2 seconds.
So we try and go around the outside into the inside of Aiden. We just about avoid banging tyres. And with one on the grass, we make the move done. It was a very risky move. I imagine if he was actually on the Connorsport pit wall there, he would not be too happy. It's Fernando up ahead of us.
Our gap to first place, 4.7 seconds.
And we're not exactly gaining too much on Max here. Partly because of that little squabble as we run tap wide. We use some of the battery to try and catch back up to the back of Alonso. As we seem to take that same sort of line once again in turn.
Okay, gap to leader, 4.8 seconds.
Quickly get round Alonso. We're going to keep the battery all the way up here. His Piastri ahead of us, we don't get DRS. But we're going to fully use as much of the battery as we can. And we mess up on that corner. Too focused on Oscar, the main driver. not
The
normal.
distance to the leader, 2.8 seconds.
But yeah, I think that optional objective is going to be in danger. Take a look maybe down inside the Piastri here. No, we're not, because we're too far back. Let's we lose some time doing so. We gain massively there.
Okay, so gap to the leader, 2.8 seconds.
Piastri gets a little bit squabbly there as we try and get round him with the battery active. Again, a little touch of the grass there. Battery fully depleted right now.
Our gap to first place, 2.9 seconds.
And that is Max right there. But if we want to do the optional objective, we've got to make a move on this lap. And I'm pretty sure we were too far back to make it happen this lap. That certainly won't help.
Okay,
There
gap
we
to
are.
leader, 2.0 seconds.
Slightly gaining, maybe. Little bit there to avoid running wide. 1.3 seconds.
The distance to the leader, 1.4 seconds.
And we're now down to around 8 seconds. So if you can avoid making any mistakes, maybe you'll have a chance towards the end of the lap. Really make a mistake there, put the grass slide a little bit. Avoid the entire line through the chicane.
Okay, so gap to the leader, 1.
Just one. As we throw on what battery we can. But I think he's going to survive this bit. And we're not going to pass the optional objectives, which slide a little bit once again. And of course, we went for the harder objective, so I assume we're going to lose even more reputation.
Our
from
gap
this.
to first place. Okay, that wasn't quite what we needed there, I'm afraid. But listen, not to worry. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus for the rest of this race. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Pull out and get past Max Level. He was going to get DRS. And we've used all of the battery to try and catch up to him. We're going to squeeze him a little bit, but yeah, we can't fight that. And that's not going to help him. Ooh, nearly into the back of him. In the move, we probably would have given Oscar the race for him had we collected him there. Just try and stick behind him as much as possible. Harvest as much battery as possible. This is where we do make a lot of gains. This is where we made the move on Aiden, of course, but a bit too far behind to make it happen that time. Put him under some pressure. Use this battery and the slipstream as much as possible. Going to go to the inside, but we've got to back out a little bit there as he cuts across in front of us. It's going to have to be into the final corner. Let's make a dive bomb down the inside. We sort of make it work. That was not a pleasant move at all. Bit of wheel spin there, but we're going to have the DRS and we're just about to hit the win. That was not a pleasant move.
Yes!
But it happened, and apparently we just won our first race, even though we won in the last episode.
Some race from Callie Mayer today, and those points will see Connor Sport take the top spot in the constructors' standings. And for the first time in the team's short history. Question is, how will Red Bull now respond?
Well, I'm sure they won't take this lying down, but for now, it's Connor Sport who are the best team of this 2024 season.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst that Connor Sport team. And they certainly deserve it.
So, top spot on the podium. It wasn't the best drive. Expected very, very little else. Disappointed we didn't get an optional objective. But yeah, I think we just gave ourselves a bit too much to do there. Especially with, say, my driving. Just too many mistakes. But we got the win in the end. That's all that really matters, right? And as mentioned, we go top of the constructor standings. An historic moment. Connosport are top of the constructor standings after a stunning performance in Spa from Callie Meyer. On top of the world, she wants to share the moment with her family. She searches the paddock for her brother Devon, who, of course, we saw in the cutscene mid-race having a missed call from his mother.
Hey, nice one.
Hey. Thank you.
Cheers, Lando.
Casper said you were hiding out in here. Where you been? We're on top of the standings.
Shut the door, Cal.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I think you better take a seat.
Well, what is it?
Just sit down. Why don't you ever listen?
All right. What's wrong, Dev?
His dad.
What about him? Where is he?
He's dead.
Oh.
He's dead, Cal.
Come here.
Can't believe it.
You're gonna be okay, Dev. You're gonna be okay.
So I speculated he wasn't very well, but wow. Dutch Grand Prix 1 month later, we started chapter 4. Sudden death at Conspot. You know, David Butler comes as a shock, not only to his family, but the sports world as a whole. However, F1 waits for no one as the grid heads to Zandvoort, and that will be the end of this episode. Next episode, we will head to Zandvoort and deal with the fallout from that. I assumed he was ill based on how he was, but yeah, I was not expecting that twist. Well, certainly not this early, if at all. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao.